can't see a damn thing if they guap. I can't see it.
One-on-one action.
And Chris, I'm sure you're all too familiar with JTG for his years on television.
Oh, absolutely. JTG. Actually, you know what? I want to give a shout out right now to the late great Shad. Myself and him actually became fairly close friends a while back, and actually had him over at my place when I was living in downtown LA back in the Wrestling Society X days. So a big shout out to this man's former tag team partner, the late great Shad. But right now we're looking at JTG 4-1 here in the company.
Yes, his record is nearly untouchable here. JTG going on tonight against Chris Bay. His only loss at our first ever show against AEW's Brian Cage has victories over Tony Deppen, RSP, Mance Warner, and most recently Dr. Cube in a death match.
Oh, the list goes on.
JTG competing, and not only competing, but coming out victorious in a death match.
Who would have thought? I guess hell did freeze over.
Certainly did. Will it freeze over again tonight as he goes one-on-one against the Bullet Club's newest addition?
Yeah, the newest member of the Bullet Club.
For life.
Yeah, 4 times you got it.
Chris Bay, the ultimate finesser here, no stranger to the West Coast. Very good to see him here, of course, making his Violence and Suffering debut.
Debuts all around here in tonight's card. Of course, the veteran JTG going against the debuting in VxS Chris Bay. We've seen a lot of firsts tonight.
We certainly have, and that's been a constant theme I've seen, where we have men who are making their VxS debut, but are more familiar with the California scene, and then we have men who are perhaps not as familiar with the California scene, but who are veterans in Violence and Suffering. And so I'll ask you again the same question I asked you for Adrian Quest versus Kevin Blackwood. Who is the advantage here? Chris Bay, who has the hometown support of the California fans, or JTG, who has a nearly impeccable record in VxS?
So hard to say right now, but you know what? I think I got to give the experience right now the edge, but by a smidge. I think this match could be a pick'em right now. It's almost like here goes the roulette wheel. You can pick black, you can pick red. You don't know what it's going to land on.
Chris Bay's no schlub, former X Division champion.
Oh, absolutely not.
It's a singles competition. Introducing first to my left, fighting out of Brooklyn, New York City, New York. He is the urban legend, JTG.
Himself. Look at that physique on JTG.
His opponent coming to us from the Bay Area, representing the Bullet Club.
Newest member.
For life.
Is the ultimate
Talked about it before, Jordan Castle. Definitely fan-friendly wrestling as far as violence and suffering is concerned.
These fans seem strongly in the corner of the ultimate finesser here.
And MAKAVELI, the show tonight, no exception. Look at this. Intimidation, mind games, psychological warfare, you name it, all of the above exemplified right here. And you talked about it earlier, the reinventing of JTG, the physique, spending
There's that
hours
respect
at
that
a
you love. There's that respect that you love, Chris.
hours at a time in the gym, and yep, that's right, mutual respect shown by both competitors. Man, what a battle this should be. Again, every match, such important implications.
So important. I mean, wins and losses matter here. It's why we keep our records. And I think you reference the physique of a guy like JTG, who has totally reinvented himself. You wouldn't have necessarily thought of him as a bigger guy because his tag team partner was a real-life giant in the right. Shad Gaspard, both height and width. Now wrestling as a singles wrestler. Of course, rest in peace to the late, great Brooklyn Beast, Shad Gaspard.
Absolutely.
JTG, you really see that size, that strength, that mass that he has against a smaller competitor like a Chris Bay.
In some ways, maybe paying tribute to the late, great fallen tag team member.
Absolutely. Chris Bay cracking his neck here. As I said earlier, the early moments of matches like these are so important.
Definitely feeling one another out in the early goings of the match right there. Once again, you could talk about psychological warfare, you could talk about mind games. Nonetheless, I believe, call it what you want, definitely strategy right here from both competitors.
Looking like they're about to lock up. That strategy that you talk about, so important here. And Chris, you notice, I haven't seen that in our previous encounters, our preliminary matches here, but the fans seem pretty evenly split. A lot of fans for JTG, a lot of fans for Bay.
Right, and I think most of the matches, for the most part, have been like that. The fans here really, at the end of the day, appreciating the athleticism and the action that they're blessed with tonight. And again, coming all the way from the East Coast, these West Coast fans have been chomping at the bit for quite some time now.
They absolutely have here. Not only are the fans on even playing fields here, but it seems like Chris Bay and JTG are on even playing fields. Very back and forth here in the early going.
And definitely you could see they've done their homework on the other. Side headlock, hammerlock earlier, front face lock applied now on the part of Chris.
Oh my God, but the strength of JTG here.
We talked about it earlier.
Putting him on top of the corner.
Putting him right on top, exactly right. Now what does he have in mind here? Oh, you know what?
I like that. I like that.
You know what? We talked. Oh, wait, look at this. Talk about mind games. Talk about, psychological warfare.
Talk about a slap right to the face.
And just talk about a slap in the face.
Literally, not figuratively.
Yeah, no other way to put it. And now JTG, the ire has been lit.
Chris Bay is so athletic, and that is the one thing that a guy like JTG probably gives up with his great mass, with his great strength. With a bigger physique like that, he can't flip, he can't fly necessarily the same way he could with a smaller man.
Talk about flight, Chris Bay. High altitude on that one.
Looking for an arm drag here, but JTG says no dice.
However, countered with the other arm. If one doesn't work, maybe the other will. And Chris Bay still on the offense here. Irish whip. A little too strong there, putting on the brakes. Oh, nice leg trip right there. Oh, standing senton.
Back to back. You don't always see that.
Hooks the leg, 1, 2, only 2. Trying to put the big guy away in the early goings. Chris Bay showing me a lot so far.
Feeding off the adulation of the fans here. Do you think Chris Bay is taking too much time here?
I don't know, Chris Bay, whether it's taking too much time or it's just strategy, I don't know. But nonetheless, too much time was taken, no matter what the reason was. Oh, look at that, twisting.
Twisted him like a pretzel, Chris.
Talk about ring awareness.
JTG already seems tired. He seems tuckered out. He seems like he's feeling the effects of this offense.
1, 2. Only a 2 count right there. Both guys still gas left in the tank. Frustration now showing on the part of JTG.
Going for cover after cover after cover, and now laying haymakers in. Nothing pretty about that.
And some guys, frustration can get the better of them, but some guys, it works to their advantage. I don't know right now with JTG, but definitely the frustration is coming through, as you can see exemplified in the face and the body language of JTG.
Really working on the limbs here. That's that trap house fight club style of wrestling that VxS is so synonymous with. And it shows the reinvention of JTG, as we've talked about so much, that he's willing to wrestle a more methodical, technical style. Nothing technical about that. That's a spine buster, AA style.
Beautifully done, absolutely right. JTG now showing his dominance.
One hand. You really think you're going to pin a guy like the Bullet Club's ultimate finesser, Chris Bay, with one hand?
A little cocky pin right there on the part of JTG. I think, once again, we talked about the frustration earlier. Maybe that frustration led to that cocky pin, but also doing him a disservice at that point.
I'll tell you what, I like it, though, because it's not going to get you the victory. I think JTG is a smart enough ring technician to know that it's not going to get him the victory. But I think he knows that it's going to play mind games with Chris Bay. It's going to say, hey, I think so little of you that I think I can pin you with one hand. And that's going to wear on a guy's psyche, whether you like it or not.
Could be the case as well. Trotigal, nice sun flip. And look at this knee. Oh, but he missed. Getting out of the way, the speed of Chris Bay.
Trying to roll him up here.
Referee down, only 2. Referee Isaac Hayes in the ring. JTG met with a big back elbow right there. Oh, what a smart move that was on the part of JTG.
It seemed like Chris Bay landed on his neck, Chris, and that's never a place you want to land.
Absolutely not. Chiropractic 101.
You know, you're Chris, he's Chris. You sure you're not playing favorites here?
No, mine's with a K. His is a C.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Can't argue that.
But no, unbiased announcing for sure right here tonight. Violence and Suffering presents MAKAVELI from Baldwin Park. And we are live streaming on FITE TV. My name is Chris Claus, sitting next to Jordan Castle. One-on-one action in the ring right now. If you're just joining us, JTG one-on-one Chris Bay and JTG, the big man. We talked about mind games. Look at this. What in the world?
Thunderclapping him there. Both hands to both ears. I don't care who you are. That's going to hurt.
At least he's getting his cardio in for the night.
But is JTG taking too much time with the fans? Jaw-jacking to
You
them,
think?
taunting to them. I don't know how that's going to pay off for him.
This is what I'm talking about, that cocky attitude, and I think it came from the frustration earlier on, and it's doing him a disservice. He could be throwing away a huge opportunity right here if he can just put his ego aside for the moment.
And what would that mean to a guy like JTG, who has not lost here at Violence and Suffering in a full calendar year, to lose to a man who, yes, well experienced in his own right, like Chris Bay? What would that mean to lose to a VxS newcomer?
Oh man, it would do a lot of damage, not only to the career, to the win-loss record, but like we're talking, I think the ego's coming through right now. JTG looks so frustrated, but he's trying not to let that show. He thinks he's better than this young kid. He thinks this should be a gimme for him.
But Chris Bay is not giving anything up easy, not in front of his hometown West Coast crowd, not here for his VxS debut. And look at JTG just pulling Chris Bay by the hair.
Oh, yeah.
Total disrespect.
Total disrespect and a statement, I think, being made right there. What does he have in mind here? Look how easily hoisting him up. Wait a minute, putting on the brakes.
Backslide, maybe?
Going for the backslide. Can he get him, though? Look at the size differentiation. Oh, look at this, spinning him around. Clothesline, ducking into the double back elbow.
Once again to that ear, temple area that JTG got earlier. Now both of these men down.
Double clothesline, both men go down as you hear the fans erupting here at Baldwin Park as VxS presents MAKAVELI. Double count now being administrated.
No one wants to see a match like this end this way.
No way,
one wants to see
no way.
I want a clear, concise winner.
Thank you.
And I think referee Isaac Hayes knows that.
Referee Isaac Hayes getting to that 7 count, and up comes JTG. And now reluctantly up, but look at this, fighting back now.
Trading blows.
Trading blows, the heart, the determination of both men. We almost started the match out like this. We're going back to it. Trading blows, off the ropes now. Oh, twisting, forearm.
What does bouncing off the ropes do, Chris? Does that give you more leverage? Does it give you more strength?
Oh, with all the momentum coming in, using that body weight, absolutely right. Winding up now, right to the liver shot right there, kidney shot. Kicks now to the shin, spinning back kick. Look at the action, rocker driver.
Scissor kick! But Bay unable to capitalize here.
Nip up right now from Chris Bay. And what more does he have to do to put the big man away? Beautiful.
That's a
back
start.
elbow. Inseguri from the ring apron.
That's a continuation.
And look at this now, the young man upstairs. He's going up, and he nailed him.
Can he get the 3 count here?
2. Oh, was that close?
So close to making JTG's VxS record 4-2. But alas, no dice.
Whoever comes out on top of this matchup, a well-deserved victory as both men have been putting it all on the line. in this tremendous one-on-one encounter.
You're absolutely right, Chris. These men have been putting it all on the line here, and that's exactly what Chris Bay is doing with these big kicks, courtesy of some assistance from our crowd.
Absolutely, they're not counting. They're just saying his name. Winding up once again for the last one.
A little hip swivel, a little gyration.
Oh no, wait a minute, JTG capitalizing. We talked about wasting too much time earlier. Big spear now, but he missed. Oh, look at the action, fast and furious. Up on the second rope now, Chris Bay, what does he have in mind here? Drops the big elbow on the back.
And that back has taken so much damage.
1, 2, and again, another near fall.
Chris Bay looking to get a little frustrated here, and I don't blame him. How do you put this big redwood JTG away? It seems nearly impossible. The only man who's been able to do it is a man much bigger than JTG and much, much bigger than Chris Bay in the form of the machine, Brian Cage.
I mean, it sounds like the impossible, what you're saying right now, Jordan Castle, but can Chris Bay accomplish the impossible? Look at this, off the spring, but no. Going for a powerbomb, it looks like, oh wow, knee first, right to the head. But Bay still fighting back. Where does he get it from? Again, showing
JTG lifting him in midair.
Fall away slam, no, twisting. Oh my goodness, the momentum.
I felt like we were at a carousel with all those tilt-a-whirls.
1, 2, that's, oh my gosh.
JTG unable to put away Chris Bay. Oh my gosh, is right.
But how? How are either one of these guys kicking out of these? What a battle! What a match!
Violence and suffering. MAKAVELI, the only action you'll see right here in Baldwin Park.
VxS coming to the West Coast. VxS and showing exactly why the fan base is so hungry.
Talk about the fan base, it almost seems like JTG has won them over. It seemed like Chris Bay maybe had the more dominant chance early on, and he still has that support. But JTG seems to have regained some of it, regained the audience's respect.
I think I have to agree with you 100%, Jordan Castle, as we see once again Chris Bay mounting some incredible offensive maneuvers. But what does he have to do once again to put the big guy away? Can he do it? Oh my gosh, look at that.
Oh, the bread basket.
Just got hung out to dry right there, going for a running razor's edge. Looks like, oh my goodness.
Slamming him down back first.
Into a neck breaker, 1, 2, and that's it, it's over.
JTG, 5-1.
That match could have gone either way. You asked me earlier, Jordan Castle, who do I like in this matchup, and it was so hard to pick. But I did, however, give the very slight edge to JTG. But just like the match itself, it really doesn't, I mean, it does matter, don't get me wrong, who wins the match. But if you're just joining us now, fans, and you see JTG's hand risen, believe you me, either one of these guys' arms could have been raised for the victory in this encounter.
And you're absolutely right. And I'll tell you what, if you are in fact just joining us, go back and watch this match. Do yourself a favor, catch the FITE TV replay.
Please.
Oh my goodness, here we go again. JTG with another victory at VxS.
VxS, MAKAVELI here at Baldwin Park, California. And the big story, VxS on the West Coast, an historic night.
I can't see a damn thing if they guap. I can't